ako maguguhon nga. Murag siya sa siya.
Kayuhan sa Palatian, sigurado sa Panyawan. Palita lang ang Panyawan Herbal Capsule o Panyawan Lalamantoy kanang naitatak. Share Marketing!
Sarap ng JB.
Ang bango at ang linis ng JB.
Mabango na, masarap pa.
Sa usawan pa lang, ulam na. Iba talaga ang JB Bernal Bagoong.
Oo naman. Kaya mula 1963 hanggang ngayon ay wala pa ring kupas at patuloy pa ring pinagkakatiwalaan ang JB Bernal Bagoong. Tunay na maaasahan kahit sa panahon ng krisis.
Isang patak lang pangtawid gutom na sa sarap. Subukan nyo ang bango at sarap. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo para sa inyong mga orders? Please call or text Miss Gemma at 0917-623-4413.
Ang JB Bernal Bagong pwede na ninyong mapalit sa tanang grocery store sa inyong mga lugar. Kung kamo gusto mag-order, palihog tawag o text lang kang Ara Yayamay sa iyang cell number 0917-804-8203.
Ikaw ba ay may talento sa pag-awit? Nais mo bang mapabilang sa mga radyoke Shining Star na kinikilala ngayon? Ito na ang pagkakataon upang kuminang at makilala ang taglay mong galing sa pagkanta. Sumali sa Radyoke Shining Star Battle of the Champion Campus Edition 2018. Handog ng Sunshine Radio. Kaya kung ikaw ay 8 to 25 years old, isang estudyante na may angking galing sa pagkanta, halina at magipagtagisa na ng galing sa Radyoke Shining Star Campus Edition 2018. Manalo ng malalaking papremyo at makilalang Shining Star Singer sa mundo ng radyo.
Alang sa dugang kasayuran sa Radyoke Shining Star Campus Edition 2018, bisitaha ang sunshineradio.com o mag-text o tawag kang Miss Olive Valencia sa numero 0926-612-3886 o 0922-275-1183. Ipahigayon ang audition hangtod Setyembre 21, 2018. Matag Lunes hangtod adlawng Sabado, alauna hangtod alas 5 sa hapon. Dinhi sa atong Sibianan sa DYAR 765 Sunshine Radio Cebu sa KJC Compound, North Road, Barangay Hagobiao, Mandawi City. Ang grand elimination pagahimuon karong October 6, 2018 sa J Center Mall, Mandawi City.
Mas gipakusgan, mas gipalapdan, mas gipaminawan sa kadaghanan. Ania ang alternatibong radio. DYAR 765 Sunshine Radio. Kapartner mo sa balita ug serbisyo.
Oras alas 4:05 sa hapon.
Sa sandali ng ligalig, kaibigan, huwag magpanik sa oras ng kagipitan. Sa patalim, huwag kakapit sa panahon ng pangangailangan. Bayan, huwag manlupaypay sapagkat narito na ang Kapartner ng Bayan. Kapartner ng Bayan. Palatuntunan sa masaklolo, tumutulong, gumagabay at nagmamahal. Kapartner ng Bayan. Karamay sa oras ng kagipitan at sa panahon ng pangangailangan. Ang mga Kapartner ng Bayan.
Alright, mayong hapon mga kapartners. Kumusta karong adlaw sa Lunes? Welcome sa itong programang Kapartner ng Bayan. Kanya, kumusta daw ang atong adlaw karon? Kumusta ang atong nahimong weekend? Ang inaot kong nahimong fruitful Kining higala kapartner Jimrey Biosa. Bani ko ninyo mga partners hangtod alas 4:30 ta karong hapon. Adlaw sa Lunes. Diri sa ato ang Sibianan DYAR 765 kHz Sunshine Radio Cebu sa tibuok Central Visayas. Kumusta? Kumusta ang atong adlaw? Special ang atong adlaw karon kay natay himuong topic, no? Kay nahimong mapasalamaton ang inyong higala kay tungod isa kita sa naimbitahan, no, sa US Embassy may tungod sa Seminar for Regional Media. Ika-10 na kini mga ka-partners ug isa sa mga focus sa nahimong seminar mao kining reporting on human trafficking, promoting rights of children, women and workers. Naitabo kini no noong September niaging September 13 hangtod 14 dito sa Kauluhang Maynila mga partner. Isa ang trafficking no, human trafficking, whatever trafficking, isa kini sa medyo talk of the town no na issue sa matag hindi lang sa syudad maski sa mga lungsod no, nearby towns mao gini ang isa pa sa usahay di nato mapansin ba nga issue nga naa na din sa ato ang lugar. So privilege kayo, nagapasalamat ang inyong kapartner nga isa ta sa tulo ka media practitioner diri sa Sugbo nga naimbitahan mga kapartners no. Hello di ay sa to ang kapartner na si Ma'am Yoli Di Guzman. Ma'am, maayong hapon. In short, good afternoon sa imo ha. Og interesting kaayo mga kapartners sa nahimong topic no, mahitungod kining seminar nga gipahigayon sponsored by US Embassy kay naay mga selected personalities no, speakers nga ilahang imbitahan og naghisgot kini og mga issue mahitungod sa trafficking no, nahitabo karon diri sa ato ang nasod sa tibuok Pilipinas. Karong taud-taud mga partners atong ipadungog sa inyo no, na nagkaroon po mig privilege nga na matubang ang US Ambassador na si US Ambassador Sung Kim na nakipaghinabi mi sa iya na ay short interview niya napaminawan po namo no sa mga participants kay Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao man ang mga participants. 19 participants ang ni-attend mga ka-partners. Isa gini sa pinaka-issue no na gihisgutan, especially ang Cebu kay grabe man gid ang issue kaso no sa trafficking. From time to time nakadungog atong makareceive ang atong simbiyaanan ang mga issue mahitungod sa trafficking no, involving foreigners usaay mga domestic kuan pa gyud no, ang involved ba Pinoy ra pod. Example no, last month na convict na online trafficker diri sa Cebu no, na convicted siya og nahatagan siya 15 years no na sentensya nga mapriso. Babae pag yun no ang convicted mga kapartner, 22-year-old woman na mag-spend og 15 years sa prisuhan no for trafficking minors into online sexual exploitation na nahitabo kini last year. Grabe yun no, dili lang na isa lang na sa mga na-highlight no sa kung trafficking ang hisgutan kay naapoy mga suspected online kasagaran online gid mga kapartner no? Siguro din nato padugayon atong ipadungog sa inyo mga kapartners no ang nahimong one-on-one kauban sa mga participants ang among pakipaghinabi no kay US Ambassador Sung Kim ug atong paminawon mga kapartners no para ma-share na ko sa inyo unsa ang iyahang unsay mga iyang mga panghuna-una mahitungod pud sa relationship sa US Embassy ug Pilipinas, especially nowadays no na very active yun ang mga programa sa US government diri sa ato ang nasod. Sa way pagdugay mga kapartners atong paminawon ang tingog ni US Ambassador Sung Kim sa gihimong Seminar for Regional Media Reporting on Human Trafficking. Paminaw na ito mga partners.
So great to see you. I'm really very pleased that you had a chance to focus on an issue of great importance to both the United States and the Philippines, human trafficking. And I hope your discussions over the past day and a half have been very productive, because this is an issue that really requires a lot of focus and attention, not just from government agencies, but I think media also need to pay greater attention to this very serious challenge. So I'm glad you dealt with an important issue, and I hope you found the discussions productive. Let me just spend a few minutes talking about sort of overall U.S.-Philippines relations, and then I think we'll have time for Q's and A's. First of all, I'm really deeply honored and delighted to be serving as U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines, because this is such an important and special relationship for both countries. You know about the deep history between our two countries, but if you look at what's happening in the relationship right now, you really do get the sense that this is a relationship of great consequence to both countries, not just to the Philippines, but to the United States as well. So let's look at the major issues between us. The military alliance remains as relevant as it was when it was first formed 70 years ago. What happened in Marawi was an important reminder of the importance of military partnership between our two countries. The counterterrorism support that U.S. forces were able to provide is critically important to the armed forces of the Philippines' ability to end the siege by terrorists in Marawi. It was a very small contingent, and our help was done at the request of the Philippines government. But whether it was in intelligence or information sharing, equipment grants, or just technical advice by our experts, I think if you ask any armed forces of the Philippines colleagues, they will acknowledge that the U.S. played a very important role in the Marawi situation. Now that the siege has ended, the U.S. is remaining engaged in reconstruction and rehabilitation efforts. USAID has led our efforts, and I think you may have seen in media reporting recently that we have committed over $30 million to rehabilitation efforts. That includes humanitarian assistance, but also sort of longer-term reconstruction and rehabilitation efforts that are ongoing in Marawi. And we will try our best to do more going forward. I mean, that's what we have committed already, but I fully expect that we will be able to dedicate more resources and more funding to Marawi reconstruction efforts. I should always give the figure in pesos because it sounds more impressive. So over $30 million is, I think, over 1.7 billion pesos that we have dedicated so far. Public affairs section, Molly and Trudy are part of public affairs section. They're also engaged in efforts related to Marawi reconstruction. And in fact, we have a long history of cooperative efforts in Mindanao through both USAID and our public affairs section. So those efforts will continue. On the economic front, I'm very proud of the role that the US and US companies have played in Philippines economic development. As you may know, a US company is the largest private employer in the Philippines. It's a company called Convergys. A US company, Texas Instruments, is the largest exporter out of the Philippines. They have beautiful assembly plants in both Baguio and Clark. And I think a US company is also one of the largest taxpayers in the Philippines. Just give some anecdotal examples to show the depth of our economic partnership. And it really is a very robust partnership, mutually beneficial partnership. As you know, there's been some references to the possibility of initiating FTA discussions, free trade agreement discussions between our two countries. We welcome the Philippines' interest in possibly doing a free trade agreement with us, and we're hopeful that as we resolve outstanding trade issues, we will be able to see some forward movement on that interest. But I think it's always important to remember the context for the issues, whether it's military issues or economic issues. And the broader context is that the deep people-to-people ties between our two countries is really very impressive. We have over 4 million Filipino Americans living, working, studying in the United States. We have over 300,000 Americans in the Philippines at any given time. That's actually a very big number. And I have, as you may know from my bio, I've served in many different countries in the Asia-Pacific region. And those numbers are more impressive than any numbers we have for any other Asia-Pacific country. And again, I think that provides this, the warmth and the depth for the relationship, so that we can continue to work on the challenges that our countries face together with, whether it's terrorism or natural disasters. And I should mention, since we're all preparing for the incoming typhoon, that the U.S. has a long history of supporting the Philippines deal with some very big natural disasters. Unfortunately, this beautiful country is vulnerable to natural disasters. And I think we have been a very good partner for the Philippines in dealing with some big, really difficult natural disasters that have hit the country over the years. And we, again, stand ready to assist in any way necessary, any way requested by the Philippines government with this latest typhoon that's on our way. And hopefully it will not be causing serious damage, but if it does, we will be ready to support in any way possible. I should mention that in any relationship, leadership dynamics matter. And I'm very happy to report that President Duterte and President Trump have a very good relationship. I think they communicate very effectively. And you saw this when President Trump visited the Philippines last November for the ASEAN summit. I think they share a common perspective on many issues, and they communicate in very direct, refreshingly direct ways. But I think it's good. It's good for the two countries' relationship that our leaders have such a constructive relationship. Just sort of looking forward, I fully expect that our military partnership will remain relevant, robust, in dealing with the range of challenges that we face together, whether it's piracy or counterterrorism. And I think it will be seen when our militaries exercise together. I mean, for example, just a couple months ago we had the Balikatan military exercise, our biggest annual military exercise. It was a terrific effort. Both militaries learned a great deal from the exercise. So two militaries will continue to conduct exercises together, train together, and of course we also have the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, and that's being implemented. A few months ago I was with Secretary Lorenzana to break ground at Basa Air Base, a humanitarian assistance storage facility that we're building under the umbrella of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. So I anticipate that many good things will continue in the alliance front. On the economic front as well, I fully expect that U.S. companies will continue to be engaged in the Philippines, and hopefully we'll be able to see some movement towards initiating the free trade agreement discussions soon. Last thing I'll mention is we're celebrating this year 70 years of exchanges between our two countries. These are economic, cultural, sports exchanges. Again, I think we focus on sort of hard issues like terrorism, but I think it's important to remember that what affects our overall relations is also these types of activities in cultural and academic and sports arenas. 70 years is a long time, and it's been very productive. In fact, some of my favorite events to attend here in the Philippines when we have alumni gatherings, different programs of exchanges, and immediately sense the energy and the mutual respect that we have among the alumni and those of us who are involved in managing those exchange programs. So, as I said, I'm thrilled to be here in the Philippines as the U.S. Ambassador, and looking forward to the rest of my tenure here in this great country. Thank you.
So we have time for a few questions.
Good morning, Ambassador King. I'm Bobby Lanza. I'm with Traveler. Sometime in 1992, the U.S. bases was closed down. At the same time, the U.S. forces were engaged in Middle East conflict. And in the year 2000, you were involved in counterterrorism, counterinsurgency in the Middle East. That's 20 years span. And that's about the right time that the West-Philippine Sea or the South China Sea, China was growing militarily. The pivot to Asia by President Barack Obama, I think, came too late. What are now the directions of the Pacific Fleet or the government of the U.S. in ensuring that access to these vital seas without resulting to any conflict, that China is giving anti-access area denial to the Western big powers?
Thank you, Bobby. I'm not sure I agree with your I wouldn't say criticism, but your observation that the pivot to Asia came too late. I think the U.S. government, the U.S. has always been engaged in the Asia-Pacific region, and I haven't been a diplomat for over 30 years. Remember from my very first day in the State Department that senior people in the U.S. government were focused on Asia. They recognized the importance of the Asia-Pacific region and wanted the United States to be engaged fully in this dynamic region in all senses, militarily, economically, culturally, etc. So I think we have always been focused on the Asia-Pacific region. And that continues today. I mean, the Obama administration talked about pivot to Asia or Asia rebalance. I think you're hearing the current administration, the Trump administration, talk about the Indo-Pacific strategy. Frankly, we would be fools not to be fully engaged in the Asia-Pacific or Indo-Pacific region. I mean, whether it's sort of security challenges or transnational crimes like drugs, or economic opportunities and challenges. I think there's a lot going on in this region, and it's very important for the United States to remain fully committed and engaged in this region. You mentioned the departure of our troops from the Philippines in the 80s. But I think it's important to remember that we still have a very robust alliance. While the actual personnel footprint may be small, and it is, in terms of numbers, quite small, I think if you look at all of the things we're doing in the alliance context, you see that it still is a very important, effective alliance. And I don't expect that to change at all. In fact, I think our two militaries are committed to making sure to do everything possible, whether it's in training, exercising, making sure that the right types of equipment are available to the armed forces of the Philippines. We want to do everything possible to make sure that our alliance is ready to deal with any challenges that come our way. And I am quite confident that our two militaries will be able to do so going forward. You also mentioned the South China Sea, so I'll just repeat that I think the U.S. government position has been very clear that we believe it's important for countries to respect internationally recognized rights like freedom of navigation and freedom of all flight. And we, as a responsible member of the international community, will do everything possible to make sure that those rights are protected.
Next question, in the middle here in front.
Good morning, Ambassador. I'm Soraya Eva Mustaril from Mindanao. My question is, what is the U.S. role as the Philippines prepares for the landfall of Typhoon Ompong?
Thank you. I mean, I think our role is as a friend, as a partner, as an ally, that we will do everything possible to support Philippines' efforts to deal with natural disasters like the typhoon that's on its way. I mean, I think you have seen repeatedly over the past decades that we have been there for the Philippines. I mean, Yolanda was, of course, a perfect example of how much we did, and I think U.S. military was very quick to respond to help the Philippines. And in fact, we have been in communication with our colleagues in Hawaii and the Indo-Pacific Command, and they are poised and ready to provide any assistance that's necessary for the Philippines to deal with this latest natural challenge. I also think USAID will continue to play a role once a natural disaster hits and communities in the Philippines are struggling to deal with rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts. USAID will do everything possible to support those efforts.
Good morning, sir. I am Ira Janessa Magdayo from Palawan.
Alright, mga kapartners, no? Medyo naapat to siya isumpay kay may limitado lang itong oras. Actually, nahisgutan po ang about trafficking, no? Ipangutan na dito during sa one-on-one interaction namo, round table interview namo with the Ambassador Sungking, mahitungod sa sitwasyon, no? Diha sa Palawan. And then na-mention din also, no, kay appeal sa mga speaker kining si Undersecretary in charge Emelina Aglipay Villar. Siya ang Department of Justice Undersecretary in charge Interagency Council Against Trafficking in Persons. Ug dito gipakita mga ka-partners ang sitwasyon, no, kay ang Pilipinas na ay good standing. Ika nga, no, kung trafficking ang hisgutan sa world ranking, nasa positive side sa for 3 consecutive years nakuha na to ang tier 1, pasabot ana nasa level ta of I don't know kung unsay tawag na, excellent or good standing in terms of fighting against trafficking. Muna estado karon sa ato ang nason, mga kapartner. Ako lang i-mention, no, bago maghuman atong oras, gi-attenan po ang nahimong programa, no, with the Public Affairs Counselor sa US Embassy in the Philippines, si Philip Roscamp. Naapod si Ma'am Trudeau Raisin, ang Deputy Press Attaché. O na-mention ko, mga kapartners, ang Undersecretary sa DOJ, si Undersecretary Aglipay Villar. Actually, anak ni General Aglipay sa Cagayan Province, no? Niya iyahang bana si DPWH Secretary Mark Villar. Unya nahisgutan po, mga kapartners, ang combating trafficking in persons in the Philippines, no? With the Sam Inocencio sa National Director po siya sa International Justice Mission, National Director for the Philippines. Naapod usapod sa mga speakers si Maria Lourdes Mangahas or Malu Mangahas, no, Executive Director sa Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, og iyang gihisgutan pod, no, as a speaker ang reporting on human trafficking diri sa atong nasod. Ug usab kauban pod si Maria Susana Ople, President sa Blas F. Ople Policy Center and Training Institute, no. O iyang gisgutan ang illegal recruitment and human trafficking, kay most likely kining si Ma'am Susan Ople nakafocus ni siya sa mga programa nila sa mga OFW. Og usab naapo didto ang si Attorney RJT Cantos, Prosecution Division sa Philippine Overseas Employment Agency Anti-Illegal Recruitment Branch, no? Gihisgutan pud niya ang government legal assistance para sa mga OFW. Og usab sa unda very first day, no, ng seminar, naapod si Sir Jerwin Navarro, ang officer in charge, Assistant Bureau Director sa Community Programs and Services Bureau sa Department of Social Welfare and Development. Og sa second day, nahisgutan po mga kapartners, no? Napod mi personal interaction with the famous MSNBC o NBC News anchor na si Sir Richard Liu. Nahimo pong speaker namo using Skype video conference. Ug usab naapoy mga interaction, no, inputs namo as participants na tungod niining gipahimong regional seminar reporting on human trafficking. Nindot kaayo kay daghan kayo mga natun-an, no, mahitungod sa trafficking, and each participants nag-pledge gyud, no, sa ilahang mahimo labi na gyud pagbalik sa mga respective areas para mas paigtingin daw, no, paigtingin ang campaign against human trafficking or any kinds of trafficking nga nagahitabo sa ato ang palibot, no? Say di ta kabalo nga nanili nahitabong trafficking pero abi natog normal lang, no, especially diri sa Central Visayas nga comprises of islands nya lisod kay i-control, no, wala tay ang ato ang kuan bisig asa ra gud, no, bisig asa using bangka or boat nya mudunggo lang na kung dili sa port masking asa kay using small bangka pwede naman sila mo dock sa mga areas na wala kay tao. Nya na mga illegal activities nga naghitabo nga dili mailhan. Later on na nato ma-realize. Hopefully na kining anti-trafficking programs, no, sa gobyerno, kauban ang mga non-government organization magpadayon mga kapartners kay nindot man ang standing karon sa ato ang nasod, no, kay padayon kini nga gipangusgan sa mga nagkadaiyang mga local government units, national non-government organization, national government, of course kauban diha ang media para pagsibya, no, sa atong mga kaigsuunan, mga tigpaminaw, atong katilingban nga mahimo gyud aware ang tanan, especially sa mga kaso sa trafficking. Og wa na tay igong oras mga ka-partners, mao na nahuman, no, ang ato ang episode karong adlaw sa atong programang Kapartner ng Bayan. Magdungganay ta ugma, no, parehong oras alas 4 hanggang alas 4:30 karong kada hapon. Kauban na sa technical si Kapartner Glenn Sabala. Sa transmitter side si Kapartner Felix Martin, si Kapartner Jerry Fay. Kining gala Kapartner Jimrey Biosa, maayong hapon kanatong tanan.
Inyong napakinggan ang Kapartner ng Bayan. Muling samahan sa ganito ring